Baseball, it is said, is just a game. True. And the Grand Canyon's just a hole in Arizona.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions.
From 161st Street here in the Bronx, MLB The Show's got baseball from Yankee Stadium. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. The Yanks find themselves on a 20-game winning streak entering the day. Their chase for the all-time record continues next. Steven Strasburg is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Stepping in, Devin Travis. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 0-1 the count. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Play ball. You're out. Out.
Stepping up now, Tony Gwynn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner in there for a base hit. And one batter in, and the Blue Jays are going to have to handle a threat on the base paths.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Heater gets turned around.
So coming to the plate, Jose Altuve having a very nice year, currently second in the American League in batting average entering play. Throw on to first by Tulowitzki is in time for route number 1. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You always have to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He hit over 320 last year, and that will get any pitcher's attention. They knew it when he was coming up, and they knew it when he was on the on-deck circle. Really impressive hitter.
Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this? After that knock right there, that's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
And the runner's coming home. Lying toward the gap in left center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
When it left the bat, I thought the outfielder had a beat on it. Gave it a heck of an effort, going high for it, but he just can't bring it down. The run came across to score, and he's safely at second, hoping his teammates can return the favor.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Hernandez ranging back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
He's set and the pitch. Line drive to center field. Hernandez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx. It's digging.
Leading on for the Blue Jays. He's out. Designated hitter.
Digging in now for the Yankees. Mike Schmidt will be the one to lead things off now against Aaron Sanchez.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Drilled to the right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
Now a throw to first doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run. First offering on its way. Line, but speared on a hop. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
And that play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get on past Tulowitzki. It's a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken to throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Really forcing the issue with that steal of second. They already had the guy on third, so now 2 runners in scoring position, and there aren't any force outs other than at first. Pretty good chance to drive in a pair right now.
Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing, and he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Hard liner to center field. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Yeah, it looked like the center fielder got a fairly good jump on this ball, but he just doesn't have enough hops to bring it in. And once it's by him, you know he was going to get at least a double.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ken Griffey Jr. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Hernandez will get there, and he puts it away to retire.
Leading out for Toronto. Shortstop.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Gary Sanchez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Even though they're up by a boatload.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Looking up is Hernandez. And it's gone as they add still another.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
And now Bryce Harper.
Right.
As he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And they're right back in business again. He's in with a triple. So he's into third with his 6th three-bagger of the year.
Yeah, and that tells you what kind of an offensive player he is. Very good at hitting the ball on the line, and obviously he's got some decent wheels on him too.
Here's big Aaron Judge. On a line to shortstop. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settle with just the one out. So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, one away. And in steps all-time Philly great Mike Schmidt. First pitch on its way. Smoke toward the hole. And that is into right field. A base hit. And the run is in to score from third. So they continue to swing the bats well here in the opening month of the season as we take a look at the team leaderboard for total runs scored. And in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
And to score is the runner from third. It's 8-0.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Joe Biagini is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. And that's through into center field, base hit. And he is in there.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, Dero, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bat hit started.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Now batting. Center fielder.
Riding in once again, Ken Griffey Jr. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. First offering on its way. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. And that gets through for a one-out base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, that dude said it, Dero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line.
And meanwhile now, here's a drive out to right center. And this ball is going to clear the wall. It's a home run. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Well, right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Now this one's crushed. Left field line. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Takes this the other way to right. Richard is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Ready for another chance. Mike Schmidt, 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line to the right side. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Here's Manny Machado now. Smoked on the ground up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Row. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. But not before things change dramatically as they explode for 11 here to really open things up. 3 innings complete. The Yankees lead it 16-0. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after.
Let's play ball. 3 out.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Leading off the 4th inning, second baseman, Jose.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And it ain't coming back. And it's gone.
Center fielder, number 24.
In now, Ken Griffey Jr. Richard is there to put it away for route number 1. Digging in and looking for more, Gary Sanchez, the American League's silver slugger behind the plate a year ago. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
You don't see too many curveballs that want to start in and stay in. That definitely backed up on the pitcher. He's lucky he only got away with a single right
here. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hernandez is in pursuit. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. The relay throw, and the relay throw is right by him at third base. Ready once again, Aaron Judge, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. Stepping in now, Mike Schmidt.
Third baseman.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. Into the box now, Manny Machado. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. That gets through for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4 in this one. So we'll go a little deeper into the bottom of the fourth as that extends the inning.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution. Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you
bullet to second base, a fine play, and that ends the inning. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Yankees lead it 21-0. Here's Randall Grichuk. His past numbers was
Right fielder.
digging in to try it again. Joey Votto. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
Ready for another shot now. Ken Griffey Jr. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Gary Sanchez. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard on the ground towards short. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out.
Designated hitter, number 34. Right.
Digging in once again, Bryce Harper. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Travis. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Next to bat for Toronto.
Leading on for Toronto.
He's out.
Third baseman.
John Axford gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. First offering on its way. Ground ball right into the shift. Tulowitzki scoops it up, and on one pitch, he's retired.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Next for New York, Mike Schmidt. He's looking for hit. Number 5 in this one right here.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat, he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second. Second out. Cal Ripken will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Line drive to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Cal Ripken will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Number 8.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Brett Gardner is into the ball game now. Now as he'll take over out in left field. Jeff Bagwell is into the game as well, as he's the new first baseman. Jorge Posada is also into the ball game, as he'll likely go the rest.
Now catching, number 20, Jorge Posada.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Chad Green is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 57.
Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Green offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. One and one, here it comes. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. The 1-2. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Russell Martin now, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 home to Martin. Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Popped him up. Bagwell waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Devin Travis hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Schmidt has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Here's Brett Gardner now. His career line against John Axford. He's gone 3 for 4.
Fielder, Brett Gardner.
First pitch on its way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Here's Didi Gregorius. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hernandez racing back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Gardner rounds third and is digging for the plate, and he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Looked like the outfielder might have thought that was just going to be a long fly out. I know I did too, but it carries farther than anybody thought and all the way off the wall. And by the time he realizes it, it's too late, and he's got a clutch RBI triple.
And this swing is wrapped out to Tulowitzki at short. Throw will get him at first for out number 1, but on the play, another run will come in to score. Giancarlo Stanton now, his career line against John Axford. He's 2 for 4. He's taken him deep once. From the stretch. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So batting practice continues here today as they notch their 7th home run of the game.
Yeah, Matt, you know what, Devo, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but, boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Here's Bryce Harper now. He was a ground-out victim last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, with that base hit right there, D-Row, he's 1 double. He's 3/4 of the way to the cycle. He gets 1 more AB. All he needs is a double.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you. If I'm hitting right here and I have a chance for a triple, Dan, guess who's tripping coming around second base?
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His 2nd home run of the game as this lead got even wider. Danny Barnes comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Standing in now, Mike Schmidt. The short, hit hard. There to field it is Tulowitzki, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Cal Ripken hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. On the ground to third. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. But they managed to bat around as 9 men come to the plate and 6 of them score. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
First delivery to him on the way. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
And a step off. Here's Justin Smoke now.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Judge is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. Standing in, Brett Gardner. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Up next for the game, second baseman, Gregorius.
Into the box, Didi Gregorius as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
In now, Jeff Bagwell. He's running high in the air down the right field line. And foul. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate. Hit high and deep out to left field. And that's off the left field wall. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was out.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Into the second deck and gone. Into the box now, Jorge Posada, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And now Gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. And now Bryce Harper. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's in time. Oh, and that looked destined to be an RBI, but a highlight reel stab put an end to that thought. Here's big Aaron Judge. 4 runs already across and a chance to make it 5 right here. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Aaron Judge, a 2-run shot. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here. Al Albuquerque enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Stepping in now, Mike Schmidt. No balls and 1 strike. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. Here's the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Donaldson's up with it. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Into the box now, Cal Ripken. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Running hard. He's digging for second. And this will find the wall out near Monument Valley. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded 3rd, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Here's Brett Gardner now to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs.
In the job description of reliever, there's no mention of back-to-back homers. But there is a need for a short memory. We'll see if he can put those 2 bombs behind him.
Here's Didi Gregorius. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hernandez is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. Big inning for him, though, as they bat around and score 8 times to open up this lead even further. 9th inning coming up. The Yankees lead it 35-1. Digging in and looking for more, Yonhervis Solarte. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. First pitch of the at-bat. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Popped him up. Schmidt has a play, and that's the first out of the inning. Ready once again, Steve Pearce. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bagwell might try to make a play on it, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
And there's out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Rendell Grichuk. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Wow, that's a staggering 21 wins in a row. This is some pretty historic stuff we're watching. That ties the 1935 Cubs as one of the longest streaks in MLB history.
Tons of runs in this one. So the Bronx Bombers posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Steven Strasburg earns his 5th winner of the year. Aaron Sanchez